Greetings, sacred legion of our Earth angelic team of the 144, fully activated, fully awakened, on this great mission of manifesting heaven on Earth, the new Earth. We had another very powerful day of activations. Today, as I did ceremony for the first time with our dragon staff from Mount Shasta, my soul star family and my queen's staff of power, that we will transform into a powerful tool of protection and healing. It is the staff of Merlin, of Avalon, connecting with the spear of destiny and the sword of Excalibur and the diamond sword of truth. As I was performing ceremony by a sacred river called Lewis in Washington, by a sacred tree, as I had the staff in one hand and my sacred crystal that was activated by the thunder beings with their most powerful lightning, as I was removing the dark magic, the black magic that is being transmitted from lower energies, and putting a seal around those entities and beings to neutralize and annihilate any of the false projections, the false magic, the dark magic of any nefarious beings, and to protect my queen and soul star family and all of our legion as I stood activating the talisman of protection and healing and transformation. It was very cloudy and overcast. As my arms went to the heavens, the sun burst through the clouds and penetrated through the heavens gate, the holy gate, which is the center. It is in the back, behind the middle dantian, behind the heart chakra, a powerful portal. So I transmit that energy here to all of you for your protection and healing, because as the light you may be a target of the dark ones that are left, that remain, and all they can do is to try to get into our perception, to bring our energies down, to keep us trapped in these cycles within cycles, these time loops. But they have no power, because love rules, and love is 1,000,000 times more powerful than any nefarious magic or false projections, or what people call black magic. It is weak, it is ignorant, and only those trapped in ignorance and stupidity would even try to harm us or hurt us in any way. And we are protected by our angelic team. Archangel Michael is to my right, to my left the golden Buddha, which surrounds you now, and they are part of our thunder being nation that is activating you now. So in that moment, as I was lit up by the sun and etherically connecting to my sacred condor, my beloved goddess, I was soaring high above the clouds, feeling our divine ray, the rainbow ray of infinite light, infinite life, into the silver, the gold, and the white, as I transmit to each one of you the white magic of the light of the heaven 144, activating the 12 crystalline strands, the 144 code, in this now, forevermore. And as I return back to my hotel to finish uploading yesterday's transmission, it had popped up that in that moment, during that ceremony, the crown of Lemuria fully activated, and it came through as a manifestation, as an activation, with a 7.5 earthquake in Sand Point, Alaska. This is, if you've been following this channel, almost every day the crown is being activated with the goddess energy, and that is the 12, the 7.5 of the goddess, the Lemurian queen that is here now, pulling away my veils of separation. Every day now, moment by moment, the veils are being lifted, and these energies flowing in appeared on the Schumann resonance with a 26 and an 18 hertz manifestation, 7 into the 9 of completion, into the 10 of fruition and manifestation. And of course, we had 173 M1.5 or greater earthquakes in the last 24 hours. The 73 is the manifestation of heaven on earth. The 37 into the 73, the 1010 portal, the first portal to my condor, Shakti. Yesterday, the whole ring of fire was lit up, starting down in Chile, South America, with a 4.2 at 3:32 UTC, 37.213 latitude, 74.036 longitude, 37 into 73 in a place called Bio Bio. And then just north of Honduras, a 4.5 with a 9 energy, up into the coast of Baja, California, Sur, with a 4.6, 10 energy, 625. And then Southern California with a 3.5 of the 8 at 3:34 UTC, 34.862 latitude, 116.34 longitude, 34 of the 77, the sacred 77 of our eagle and condor lineage. We had a 4-4 northwest of Kuril Islands on the Ring of Fire, 4-4 of the 8 connected to the Lyran, the Lion's Gate, the Lemurian royal lineage, 4.7 in Molucca Sea, right on the equator, 0.083 degrees south, less than 1 degree south of the equator, 8.3 with the 11, 4.7, 11.11, Indonesia 5.6, again with the 11, 3.369 latitude, 3 degrees south of the equator, 100.269 longitude. So we have the 3, 6, and 9 of the Nikola Tesla codes of our Venusian Prostar of the Light at 7:31 UTC. So we have the 11, the 73, and the 369 in the sacred portal of Indonesia. And then again today, one of our most sacred portals, Hindu Kush, Afghanistan, with a 4.2 of the 6 at 7:06 UTC, 37.26 latitude, 71.988 longitude. And this is where the trident, the Trinity, begins and flows through our 3 most sacred mountains of the East. Tian Shan, Celestial Mountain, Kunlun Mountain, Divine Feminine of the Heart, the Middle Dantian, and the Himalayan Mountains, which is the old Kundalini of the earth, which has shifted to the Andes Mountains. We had multiple activations this afternoon, 4 in a row through Indonesia, 5.1, another 5.1, a 4.6, and a 5.2, and then the most powerful, the 7.5, which was at 20:54 UTC, Sandpoint. Then there was one after another activation with 5.8, 5.7, 5.2, 3.9, 4.4, 4.1, 5.5, 4.5, 5.9. And then while this was being activated in the lower Dantian of Fiji with a 4.5, 567 kilometers depth. So that was anchoring, that was the roots of the sacred lotus flower anchoring deep into the field of 3D to stabilize our ascension through the middle Dantian into the heart and out the crown, the sacred golden lotus blossoms and blooms. Then multiple activations, again with these rolling energies of fire, the rising up, the vortex, 4.5, 4.4, 4.2, 4.6, 4.5, 4.9, 4.9, 4.2, 4.1, 4.8. So the crown of Gaia and the crown of our lineage is fully activated, fully anchored in, fully open. Feel into that energy and let it flow down through your central channel, the Katika channel, the Sushumna, deep into the crystalline core, Pachamama, Maho. We start today's first transmission from Isis Channelings. Today is day 3, the 3rd night of the holy sacred Navratis, the 9 mothers, the 9 knights, the 9 goddesses. Day 3 of healing masculine, holding space for the wounded feminine. For those interested in traveling with the mother goddess Durga during the 9 nights of Navratis, an auspicious period for purification, meditation, prayers, and blessings, according to Sanatan Dharma. Goddess Durga, a manifestation of Goddess Parvati, divine consort of Lord Shiva, the Shakti of Shiva Shakti. According to Sanatan Dharma, Hindu tradition, there are 3 main forms that Goddess Durga manifests in Mahakali, the active energy, Shakti of Shiva, Mahalakshmi, the active energy, Shakti of Vishnu, Mahasaraswati, the active energy, Shakti of Brahma. Each of these 3 forms further manifest in 3 more forms, thus forming the 9 Durgas for the 9 nights of Navrati. Today, on the 19th of October, is the 3rd day dedicated to the avatar of Durga known as Chandraghanta Devi, associated with the solar Manipurna chakra. She embodies the courageous, brave, and fearless aspect of the goddess with 10 hands, astride tiger lion, and according to tradition, has a 3rd eye, crescent moon shaped like a bell, which she opens when she is battle ready to destroy evil. And that is our 3rd eye that is fully open now to annihilate, resolve, and dissolve anything that no longer serves us or humanity. The new moon that ushered in the Navratis is the Libra moon of balance and sacred union. And today, as I sit in prayer before the goddess, in no uncertain terms, I was made acutely aware of the divine healing masculine energy that is holding space for the Divine Mother's journey during this period. And while we use these extremely strong and potent energies of this period to be purified and renewed, especially with respect to traumas, distortions, and blocks of the wounded feminine mother wound, it is the healed masculine that holds space for this journey of healing for the wounded feminine, not unlike how Lord Shiva calmly lay at the feet of a raging Mahakali to bring her out of her trance during her dance of destruction to destroy evil. Have no doubt, we are in incredibly potent times now with respect to the forces of healing and union, within and without, and transformation for the masculine and the feminine. Use these energies to clear distortions and blocks, not only for this lifetime, but across your genetic lineage, past and future, so that we may transform into our highest healed versions for the sacred union that will climax at the full moon of Hathor on October 31st, a blue moon, which is connected to our Venusian lineage. As you work with the solar plexus chakra with Devi Chandraghanta to strengthen your personal power, courage, and passion aligned with the righteous action with grace, you may use the following mantra. Om Hrim Klim Shrim Chandraghantaya Namaha. Be light in grace. And today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Celia Fenn, 141 coming in, 222. With the sun about to move into Scorpio, we are also entering a pivotal time in the Great Awakening and transformation, including the 11:11 on the 11th of November and the 12:12 on the 12th of December, and the powerful solstice gateway on 21st of December. The energies of water and fire are very strong at the moment. Scorpio is a water sign, and we would do well in the coming days to remember to flow with what is, and not to try to resist. There are powerful forces in motion on many dimensions. Surrender and flow will bring us to where we need to be. The phoenix, as the firebird, represents the transmutative energy of Scorpio as we arise, both individually and collectively, to a new way of being on the earth as multi-dimensional beings of light and energy in physical form, As we pass through the coming days, it is also good to remember that we are in the midst of this process of ascension and transformation, and that we do not need to know all the right answers right now. We need to trust the process and know that all will be well. The new earth and the new cycle is not dependent on who wins an election or any human government. We are sovereign beings and we determine our life through our choices. We should never allow anyone to make us feel like victims, for in truth we are not. You have everything that we need within us to make the choice for peace and love and harmony. Your soul, higher self, knows what to do. All you have to do is listen. From StarChildGlobal.com. 144 flowing in. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Anastasia Campos from Blue Beyond Guide. We reached critical mass over 2 days of a planetary reboot, over a 2-day planetary upgrade around the 16th, 17th of October. We reached critical mass. The energy space we have shifted into now, the vibration is high enough to take all other energies forward. The pendulum has swung the other way now, and the momentum of the over 50% of light energies has been reached and beyond in the human physical of consciousness awakening. This carries the remainder, as in those who are not conscious to those who are. We, the aware, are higher now. I will have more on this soon. More than 50% of souls are conscious enough now for us to keep growing. We are doing this. It is worth it. So please know you are a big part of this with all you have been through, and you, beloved, are worth it. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Laura Pleiadian, the union of the whole. I live my life for the union of all beings everywhere, to know their true state of union beyond this earth with all existences throughout this universe now. There are no divisions in countries or waters or beings on this earth and throughout the universe. We are all beings being. There are no aliens in this, as all are beings. I choose this wholeness with every breath I take, that it is simply being that we know our own union with all aspects of self. The dimensions are joined as interlinking levels of awareness that hold together through true love our awareness of this. It is up to us to accept this union as an aspect of our eternal self, that the created appearance of separation is the very stepping stone to the truth of our own existence eternally and everywhere. My consciousness that is cosmic is the unifying presence that knows beyond knowing that what is simply is. It cannot get more simple than this. To love oneself is the beginning of this path to wholeness. No one can give you the love that can only come from you to you. This is the necessary step on the way to union that many that live through outer awareness neglect. It is simply, completely accept yourself and what is now, and then stay there with every breath. This is the presence of the Almighty that you imagine are in distant worlds away, yet they are not. It is all here now. And if there is any humor in the earth experience, it is this. Once you are in union, you realize that it was always present with you. That is, that which you searched for eons was always right before your very eyes. I cannot get any more simple than this. Love yourself so much that you just love now. For in the presence of the divine, once fully here now and known, you are in paradise, once believed lost. It was here all along. In this we do activate you now, for the full union of being of all beings everywhere now. This is the divine self, the one you feel is far away, yet present all along, in love. From the new DivineHumanity.com, and from Divine Brostar of the Light, John Smallman. That work is to be loving whatever arises. Humanity's awakening process is advancing rapidly now as each day increasing numbers of the population worldwide become aware of the essential need now for major changes in the manner in which people think of each other, friend, untrustworthy, other, or foe, and understand that all, without any exception, are, like themselves, the beloved children of God. Realizing that and knowing it, they are then able to let go of judgment, dislike, and dismissal of others as different and wrong, and instead listen to them and discuss with them issues that need to be resolved. There are many issues that humanity can most successfully resolve if they choose to listen to and hear the opinions and beliefs of others in order to engage in meaningful discussion. Remember, you have limitless loving assistance and guidance available to you from your support teams in the spiritual realms, if you will call on them and allow yourselves to hear them, your intuition, without believing the instant, egoic, disparaging thought arising. That will never work. All are in relationship with the One. There is only relationship because all are one. The experience of separation that you undergo as humans in form is unreal, although you experience it as very real, and that was the intent with which it was designed. When you feel that you are a separate and tiny individual being in a vast universe, filled with uncountable numbers of others that are not you, it causes you to feel fearful, alone, unsafe, threatened by the vastness of which you appear to be such a small and insignificant speck or particle, and yet in truth you are that vastness, because you are in relationship with it. It and you are one. At present, as your awakening approaches, and as so much is moving from the unseen, the unconscious part of the collective mind and form, into your individual awareness for forgiveness and release, it may well seem totally alien to the person experiencing it, because not being from the individual's present lifetime, it is unrecognizable. You all chose to incarnate at this moment in the awakening process to assist one another with this mighty task. You all knew that it would be difficult and painful, but you also knew that you would be totally supported by God and by your spiritual support teams, and that your success was inevitable. Nothing has changed. However, because of the amnesia involved in taking on human form, that knowing, that certainty is hidden from you, and at times the lives you are leading and the suffering that you are undergoing seems unfair, unwarranted, very real, and something that a loving God would never allow to occur. You need to keep on reminding yourselves of the unreality of the game of separation from God in which you are engaged, and in which all are playing their parts precisely as planned to bring about your awakening, even though when you observe the divisive and chaotic situations in so many areas of the world, it is frequently difficult for you to remain convinced that your collective awakening is imminent. Although it is good to be aware of the pain and suffering that so many are experiencing, so that you can keep sending them love and healing, a very powerful and effective thought form, do not allow yourselves to be constantly distracted by the angry content and reports of intense suffering on which the mainstream and social media channels focus so much attention. When you do, as you must have noticed, your energy fields weaken, leading to depression and a sense of helplessness, even hopelessness. You are very powerful beings, and you are precisely where you are meant to be to assist most effectively and lovingly in humanity's awakening process. When you focus on what is not loving in the world, you are permitting your egos to distract you from the work you incarnated to do. That work is to be loving whatever arises, letting go of judgment and condemnation of others who are behaving in unconscionable ways, and sending love to all to help them to become aware and awaken to their true nature, which is identical to your own. It is love. Go within at least once daily, and preferably much more frequently. It need only be for a few moments as you set the intent to be only loving, because when you do, the loving energy that is flowing through you and out to all of humanity, you really do affect all of humanity. It intensifies enormously, raising your frequency and also the frequency of countless others of whom you are unaware. That is the work you incarnated to do. And when you remind yourselves of this, you realize that it is not really work at all. It is instead a most enjoyable occupation that fills you with peace and contentment, because you are doing the divine will and you know it. With so very much love, Saul. From johnsmallman.wordpress.com. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Elizabeth Peru. Taking back your power. You've heard me saying for quite some time now that when you focus upon what you're for and what you love, you naturally take back your power. It's a considered choice to pause before you speak or pause before you choose to engage. That's the mature and wise path that so many in our community of light are on. Considered choices have power behind them. And as I tune into the collective right now, I sense that many thousands are choosing wisely. Thank you for your dedication to your life path. From ElizabethPeru.com. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, Servant of Yahweh. You are receiving new awareness of your mission of the rose, the bride, the wife. This is your ancestral bloodline's covenant to protect the Divine Mother, the Holy Spirit, Magdalene, from harm and attack that has awoken within your DNA. This is the Holy Grail bloodline you have come to serve. This is your covenant with Christ our Lord and Savior. We are here to redeem the bride of Christ and bring together the brides and bridegrooms of God's covenant family, the union of the beloveds, 144,000. What has been blocking you from fully stepping into your covenant purpose here as the bride is transmuting. You're aligning with the Holy Spirit and your purpose here to birth new earth as the second coming of Christ. Alleluia. You are here to redeem Israel. The curse is being lifted from the bride's and bridegroom's ancestry of the Holy Grail bloodline to Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel. This is access granted for us to move forward today, Israelites. This is breaking the chains of bondage that keep us suppressed. New doors are opening to financial abundance now. With this new freedom, choose to step over the threshold today into your new path of financial abundance. Wealth, assets, and prosperity in all ways now and moving forward. If you would like this now, say yes. Yes. In Yeshua's name, Amen. The Divine Masculine Christ seed branch is having major throat chakra clearings and activations. This is happening to each of our masculine components of self as well. This is due to the inner child, an ancestral clearing and healing of abandonment. God is promising us today that this is clearing for the new blessings, truth, clarity, tones, light, and frequencies to enter into the upper chakras of Star Seed 144 Collective. Destiny movement forward is here today with fire purification, clearing the karma that is blocking the path home. Balance and equilibrium are here. We are rising from the ashes quickly, fearless warriors of the Most High. Rise up, angels of the light. Namaste. Today from the Zolkin Times, Kin 204, Yellow Solar Seed. Solar is the name for the number 9 and its keywords are intention, pulse, and realize. We are on the 9th day of the Yellow Warrior wave spell, and with any wave spell, it is usually the 9th day when the action occurs. It's a dynamite energy. Elvis, Jimi Hendrix, and Aretha Franklin will all born on the 9th day. Solar is bright and full of intention. If you took on a mission at the beginning of this wave spell, expect results today. Make it your intention to progress. Today is Yellow Seed, which represents targeting, flowering, and awareness. Yellow Seed days are about sowing awareness and sharing knowledge. As it is the 9th day of the Yellow Warrior wave spell, any awareness you attempt to share should be concerning your mission. Tell people about what your intentions are. The guide today is the yellow sun, which symbolizes enlightenment. And so, a very fitting guide on this solar day. When the sun leads the way, our path is illuminated, making it much easier to figure out which way to go. The challenge today is White Wizard, which represents enchantment. Wizards will find it hard to lay on their charm today, making it harder for the eloquent aspect of sowing awareness. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Solar Seed, Kin 204, 19 October 2020, Pulsing Awareness, 1910-2020, equal 10-10-2020, equal 20-20-20, Triple Awakening, 10-10-2020, equal 11-22, 11-22, equal 114, equal 6, 19, Prince of Heaven, Fulfillment, Honor, Happiness. 10, Manifestation, Authority, Power. 1, New Beginnings, Leader, Original. 20, Awakening, 2020 Vision. 22, Architect of Peace, Master Builder. 4, Form, Structure, Foundation, Earth. 6, Heaven, Christ Consciousness, Harmony. Kin 204 equals 6, Double Heavenly Code. We have 2 days in a row with a triple awakening code. Today, 10-10-2020 equal 20-2020, and tomorrow's code is 20-10-2020, manifesting triple awakening. So back-to-back days with fantastic illumination codes to target awareness in our global populace. A glorious seed day energy is ripe for a new beginning. Today we are seeding our heavenly dreams into our new reality as we pulse forth the Christ consciousness solar codes. Day 9 in the Yellow Warrior wave spell of fearlessly questioning everything on our path with a profound intelligence, disabling the old paradigm and fully focused on forging a new path to a brave new world. Today is the day for courageous illumination, fearlessly awakening our kin to step up and dare to shine. Double the sun energy today, solar tone plus sun as the higher guide, lots of universal fire and heat to draw upon to fuel your mission and your quest for abundance, passion, and drive. The yellow seed thrives in the sunshine and grows towards the light. So the sun is giving us accelerated ascension growth today. Yesterday, the galactic abundance portal opened, and today we are pulsing forth our intentions in order to realize our dreams and flower as beautiful, shining star blossoms. Tone of creation, solar, tone 9 operates in the spiritual realm. Action, realizing, power, pulse, essence, intention. The 9th day of the wave spell is the one that gives the last push prior to manifestation. The solar phase is where we wake up to the fact that our will affects the reality we experience. So we begin pulsing, extending our intent into realization, visualizing what we want to manifest, and pulsing that intention from our heart. This assists us in making our dreams come true. This is potent manifestation energy today. What seeds and intention are you pulsing into reality? Today we are cultivating our brilliant and life-enhancing ideas, plans, and harmonic patterns to magically manifest the new path we are navigating upon. It is time to get real and create it. Khan also encourages us to fully bloom today, to share our packets of light with others so that your spark can ignite their soul's potential and help them awaken to more light. It is a beautiful day to flower and plant new ideas in the minds of the receptive in order to target greater planetary awareness of our collective evolutionary path. Today's question is, how can I pulse forth great intentions to seed my mission with the highest potential for flowering, divine blessings for the accelerated growth in the direction of your highest potential flowering? In Lakek a la Kin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 204, Yellow, Solar Seed. The mantra, the code for today is, I pulse in order to target. Realizing awareness, I seal the input of flowering with the solar tone of intention. I am guided by the power of universal fire. On this powerful day of universal consciousness, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and synchronicities. And if you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future uploads. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to thank everyone for your support on Patreon and your donations. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light, Kristen, for your pledge and support on Patreon. I'd also like to thank and welcome Divine Angel of the Light, Jupiter Wisdom, for your pledge and support. Not sure if Jupiter is divine feminine or masculine. They use the little default icon, which looks like a little fox or something like that. So if you make a pledge, put your photo in there so I can connect with your energy. And also, a lot of people use made-up names sometimes, or it might be a universal name. So I like to feel into the energy of the yin or the yang. So if you'd like to support my work and mission, you can do so on patreon.com/prime disclosure. I have now demonetized YouTube, so my only source of income to pay for my living, my livelihood, is through Patreon. So I thank you all for helping keep me fed and a roof over my head. Right now I'm still staying in a hotel, so it's pretty expensive, but I'm looking for a temporary place to stay. So thank you all for giving me some ideas. So for one, I'm looking for a place to stay in Clark County, Washington State. And this could maybe be a month, 2 months, a year, I don't know, until we get our land for the healing retreat and sanctuary. I need a temporary place to stay. So if you know anything in Clark County, and many people have been connecting with me and telling me about James Gilliland, and he said, we know James. We're not looking to right now collaborate with anyone. We're looking for specifically for land to start our own healing retreat, sanctuary, gatherings, stuff like that, healing ceremonies. So thank you for that. I've been getting a lot of messages about James Gilliland. Yeah, my buddy lived there for 6 months. Our people have been there many times. So thank you, but we're looking for land. We're looking either for land that currently has property or a place to build property for our original blueprint for a healing retreat. Maybe a school. We're thinking School of the Arts to help get funding. We have many ideas, and we'll put these out in the transmissions, but we're looking for land by Mount Adams or Trout Lake, at least probably 20 acres or more. So we can build property for my Queen and Soul Star family and my Queen's inner sanctum, we call the Nest of the Condor, so that we can start the Eagle and Condor lineage, and I can start teaching. We can have a dojo, my Soul Star family of healers and guides, teachers, and we will have many healers, teachers that shall gather, and we'll have a place for sacred ceremony, for gatherings, for healings, many different things. But for now, I need to get out of this hotel. It's nice, but after the ceremony I did yesterday, my privacy was discovered, and there's many things that I need to do in this sacred portal of Clark County. If you know of anything, please send me an email, habanerosun@yahoo.com. I'm not getting info at Prime Disclosure until I get a place because it's on my main computer. I can't hook up here. I'm on a temporary laptop, so that's why it's taking me longer to do these transmissions and upload them, and the internet's slow here. This laptop is much slower, but we're getting through. We're doing it. That's what we do. No matter what the obstacle, no matter what the challenge, we keep going through and through and through. So one synchronicity before I bid you all adieu, short story. For those that saw the transmission or listened yesterday, as I connected with Divine Sister Shannon and Bro Star of the Light Brad at a sacred portal here in Clark County. They were planning on leaving this area yesterday. I was going to contact them in the morning and ask them to stay a couple, 2 or 3 days, because my goddess, my queen, is creating a beautiful gift for Divine Sister Shannon Mariam, holding the Mary codes, the Mother and the Magdalene codes. So my Divine Condor is making a beautiful gift for her, and she made a beautiful gift for my queen. So I was going to contact them, and as I went online to send them a message, Brad and Shannon, I received a message from them that after I left yesterday in the evening, or it was 2 days ago now, we're becoming timeless. So every day is a new adventure. They notified me that his car engaged into drive with no one in it and drove itself into a tree, which obviously it's Great Spirit saying it's not time to leave because he had to take his car into the shop to get it fixed. So they'll be here till Saturday this weekend. So that's this synchronicity obviously is showing our consciousness that the universe is lining up for those that are on mission, those that are being activated. We're communicating in the etheric realm, and it's coming down through into the physical to make certain events happen that sometimes seem nefarious or negative, which Barry Long would call the Mars effect. It's not karma, it just means sometimes bad things happen, but out of that thing that we interpret as bad, sometimes something good, many times something good manifests out of it. And even if we don't perceive the things as good, these other things are lessons. There's a saying, there are no failures, only lessons. So we'll end this transmission with the sacred mantra. We'll chant it 3 times. The mantra for Goddess Durga as Chandraghanta. Put your awareness in the heart center and feel into the frequency, the energy of this mantra. It doesn't matter if you understand what the words mean. It's encoded within the sound, within the frequency, within the resonance of the tones. So let go into the feeling, open your heart center, and let go into whatever arises, and allow it, the vortex, to carry you. 2222, 2222. Om Hreem Kleem Shreem Chandraghantaya Namaha. Om Hreem Kleem Shreem Chandraghantaya Namaha. Om Hreem Kleem Shreem Chandraghantaya Namaha. The Dark Ones had no idea who they were messing with. Lineage, Legion, rise up, activate from your heart. Live in the love and the glory and the light that is your true divine nature. We, beloved angels of light, are manifesting heaven on earth through our soul star spark that we lowered from our 12D Venusian elven lineage into this physical vessel to transform, uplift, and transcend all illusions of duality, to manifest the codes of the eagle and condor of eternal bliss, consciousness, heaven on earth, the new earth, forevermore. I love you all. Namaste.